Good, good morning. 0600 hours, 15 minutes, Saturday, February 9th, 2019. This is titled Black Women, the Blame Game, What They Never Do. I'm making this video is not a diss to black women. This is a challenge. And social media been alive since 2001 because it was MySpace. A young man in the military showed me MySpace. And it probably came out, I want to say in 1999, along with the RFD chip, when we started talking more about the mark of the beast and nobody else is talking about the mark of the beast and nothing else is going on. This is a challenge to black men. A lot of things I notice, it stems from social media, and always capitalize media in big caps because that shows ownership. And that's speaking loudly. You go to the televisions, the movies, award show, anything that's an outlet of it's a camera or photos that I can show media, and we can agree on that. So everything I keep watching this, and I woke up with the spirit in me to ask this to my own race of women. You always blame black men, African descendant men. We are the worst men in the world. The world demonized us too. And you're going along with it now as well. My question is, with all these things going on and everything else, you know what's wrong? You really want to know what's wrong with black women, African descendant women? It's the focus. I just talked to a lady friend. Every time I try to get into the part when women say, I want a man to teach me, I want a man to show me, I want a protector, I want a provider, I prove everything to every woman I talked to. I was like, I've been paying my rent for so long. I was homeless this long, but I learned something from that. I would never be homeless again. I would never do certain things no more the rest of my life from being homeless. I'm a protector. All the women in my women is safe. I mean, all the women in my family is safe. No problems. Nothing. And I talk to them just as I talk to them, just as my sisters. I'm not gonna be my personal business, but as we know, a lot of black families, quote unquote, African descendant families in America are separated and divided. So that can give you an inklet of what I'm talking about. A lot of you don't even talk to your family members. A lot of you won't even talk to your women in your family. Let me lead you into this. See what I'm getting at. A lot of you have graduated college. You're probably one of the first. Okay. A lot of you may not get along with your mothers. Remember, you all are black women. Because I'm getting here. I'm trying to lead you into this. The spirit always say sometimes it take a little longer for women. Because I watched a show called The Brain Game. If a man said we need less of information to get an answer, it's seen as women need more of information to get an answer. And it wasn't a diss. It was actually helpful to men to help me and other men and people understand women. Women just need a little bit of more to get them over the hump. And this is not a diss video. I want to start awakening, and the spirit says, I want to start awakening black women logic because I'm learning that there's a sense of no logic. There's a sense of only they need to blame or to make a statement without the full understanding. And what I'm getting at is saying, black women, quote unquote, African descent women, why is it that you don't do the same things you ask other men? Think about it. The same things you're asking of me, you don't do. If you go to my page and go to my lives, I have more videos of me apologizing to African descendant women or saying, well, this might be a good idea. Now, this is how you say everybody that you call it every, and I seen this on this one guy page. Follow, it's named Aboriginal underscore Willie on Instagram. He said every skin folk ain't kinfolk. He had a weird logic, and I know he's not. I know the difference when I'm watching people, and it's not to single myself out. I know the difference when somebody is being spiritual, when somebody is just being straight out just word based. Like they would just read a book, and that's where all the information come from. Because soon as I see a lot of black men dogging black women, quote unquote, it's not spiritual. In no spiritual understanding would I need to degrade, demean, belittle, bash, or attack. You need a lot of, how we say, substance. So, black women, your substance and your understanding is gone. And let me get to explain why your substance is gone and why is it really needed for the future young African descendant women going forward. It's going to be very, 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 very highly, highly important that you started using logic. Because if you don't use logic, we're going to have a hard time with the next generation of African descendant, quote unquote, black men and women. And the reason I say this, think about as I look at these pages, I don't see black women uplifting black women. Nobody talks about that. I'm gonna be the spirit's telling me I'm doing something totally different. I don't see this. Even though other guys that's vetting, coddling, and pandering, they don't say this to y'all. Why? Now, if you say I love you, do you really love me if you cannot tell me the truth or you cannot see a difference? I see your nails when you get them done. I also seen that you spent $60 to get them done. I see your hair when you got it done. I see the blonde. I see the red and green. I'm not gonna comment because I'm not gay, and also that I seen that you spent $160. A sew-in costs $1,500 in the South. What city was this? I call it the South because it's like one of them South cities. The woman was spending all the money on their hair, $1,500. I know you make good money. I know women are getting good drops, but a lot of women don't have $1,500 money. So they put their hair on, they payments on layaway. Think of, and this is the logic. This is the understanding. Now let me get that for a minute and get back to where I'm at. I don't see women promoting women. Now, and I Googled a lot. I search online. But in person, I don't see it either. I don't see women in each other families being proud of each other women. Come on. You go to my pages, I'm talking to men. I'm telling men, hey man, men mad because women reject them. I say it might be a reason. I took the time out to say, yo, it's a reason. And it has nothing to do with you. And if it is you, think about another approach. Now, I don't mean change who you are approach. I mean, hey man, you might not be as attractive to most women. Think about that. So I gave an example to the men. Hey, I'm not attractive to most women. So now if I'm not this is not a diss to myself either. I had to do a realization. I had to be in real time. I had to be real, like we say. I had to be 100 with myself. I had to say, wow, if I talk to two women, they said they love the spirit of me, but I'm not that attractive to them. I had to say, wow, I'm not ugly. I don't think I'm ugly. They didn't call me ugly. They say I'm not attractive to you. You might not be that attractive to women. One woman said it to me. And I said, cool. I respect that. And you know, all I can do as a man, and I was a young man at the time, going into a man, is say, I respect what she just said and did for me. Because you know what she did? She gave me honesty and truth. She opened up a door. And when I'm learning, when I'm giving honesty and truth, I'm shutting down women's hearts and their legs. Hold on. Let's rewind that. When I'm giving honesty and truth, I'm shutting down women's hearts and their legs. But when I'm lying and manipulating, I'm going to create a baby with them. I'm going to live a life because we want to throw love in there. That's not love to me. When you cannot be honest with a person, and it may sound a certain way. It's if you tell me what I don't want to hear, it's going to never be pretty. That's not going to never sound pretty. Never, never sound pretty. Hold on. But if you tell me what I want to hear, it's gonna sound like sweet melodies from they raining down on you, right? But when I tell you the truth, it's gonna sound as I'm shooting at you. You on a battlefield, and and you trying to break it through because you don't want to get killed. And this is the field, so you trying to get out the area. Of course, you're going to do that. And then that's when I say that women promote women. Come on, where is this at? I want to see this. Let's have this discussion. And if women need help doing this, but since that women validate men as leaders, and women, you don't even realize how you validate things. And then as soon as you tell a man he's nothing, you just took away all his validation. And we keep saying we don't need validation. And I break down things very Barney style to men and women. Especially, I'm good at this because I talk to kids. When I talk to my nieces, now I've never done this. My nephew, 19, he can tell you. Now I got a 1-year-old niece. I got a 6-year-old niece. Only time I do with my 6-year-old niece, I'll be joking with her. I'm like, oh, come her name start with a J. So I'm like, come on, baby J. But they call her sister baby J. And I act like she's a baby. She's like, stop. I was like, well, you acting like you throwing and see, and I get in her, I get her to understand you're 6, but you also know how to talk. I see videos of young girls whining. They're like, they with their quote unquote boyfriends at 16, 14, and 13, and they're whining, throwing tantrums. Like, ain't getting what I want. And they fake cry. And I say, okay, that's joke, but I wouldn't show that on camera. There's a lot of things we shouldn't put on camera as African descended, quote unquote, black people, but we do. But we don't put this on camera. See, when I keep hitting things, we do less of. It's not drama filled. I'm not bashing black women. I'm actually giving a good constructive observation to black women from a black man, since they want to uphold me for the blame, but then they don't do the things that separate. Promote the women. If you've been raped and touched, if you have a daughter, there's a young woman around you that's scared to talk because all you're talking about is getting your hair done, your lashes. How you gonna let this dude dig you out, busting it open, and you not being funny? There's a lot of women as strippers, they're escorts. Your daughter don't know she can't even approach you. Every time you did something, you hollered at her. How can she approach you? But you want me to, how they say it now, even though I hate the word nice, quote unquote nice. Nice mean foolish now. Talk nice to me. You don't talk nice to me. But I'm doing my best to talk, quote unquote, nice to you. But you don't even do it with other women. I don't have a beef or a problem that you don't. My understanding, and I thought through logic, I can get through black woman's head to understand, hey, the first example of a woman to a woman is a woman, not a man. The first example to a woman for a woman to a woman is a woman, not a man. A man has nothing to do with her walk, her period, her menstrual cycle, her attitude. Everything's going to stem from the woman that's supposed to be your example. So as I did the men, imagine the men being absent. Now imagine a mother being absent. Now there's a difference in mothers being absent, which women that have children, I try to say this to, don't never understand because they are fighting me from day one. And then women, you have to stop fighting women and fighting men. We fight each other. I brought up of there's absentee and fatherless homes. There's mothers sitting right there, and there's absentee and motherless homes. Just let's go. Let's think about why. How can a mother, an African descendant woman home, be motherless and absentee? Well, I remember I was in college and I admired this one lady here. We're gonna call her TG. That's her abbreviation. And she was beautiful. She wasn't the baddest looking, how we say bad, quote unquote, baddest looking woman in the world. She was beautiful. I admired her, and she felt it, and I think she had some type of admiration for me. And I'm just talking to her. She would travel a lot. I'm like, that's cool. That ain't got to be my thing. But I'll go once in a while. I had the funds to go travel with her and to have fun things if she decided to go. But then I noticed, I observed, my observation kicked in. She had two sons. I was like, how can you travel this much with two sons? And they wasn't over 10 either. So I'm thinking, this is not a diss to women. Because women don't say this to women. I'm still baffled by the things women will say to me about a man, but women don't say to men. And the women gonna do the blame and say, you don't do, like, no, women. What I'm doing, I talk to other young men. But I know 100% to be right that women don't do this. It shows in your everyday activities. It shows in your profile. You don't even say all. Only time you would see it if a woman has garnished this feminist. They call them feminazis and all these things I see online. Everything's online. Unless you're talking about dating out, intermingling, interracial life. That's the only time I see women kind of building up women. But I don't see a woman saying, women, we are strong. We are Mother's Earth. And then, I mean, they'll have a post, but then won't post it again for another 2 months. Like I saying, like a year later, or it's not enough of it. But as soon as you saying you always talking about men, yeah, because I'm showing men I want to challenge them and guide them into a different point of view with their same. Imagine keeping your same view and having a different point of view. You could say, well, that's how it is, but also this is the way it is as well. And that can be okay. And people will laugh and say that's not possible. They say, how can you view this way when you're not, you trying to make it your way? I'm not trying to make it my way. If you listen to me and hear me out, when I say, hey, can you show me? Not hey, but okay, hey, whoever the person is or whatever the event, the situation, and there's multiple people involved, or just one or a few people involved, I say, show me. And if the person can't never show me, then I tell them I am very baffled and confused. I don't understand. And I don't care. I'm 36. I will tell you in a heartbeat, if you tell me one thing and I don't understand, I don't understand. That's not going to change my take on understanding. I cannot possibly understand if I don't understand. That sounds silly because it sounds silly saying I don't understand what you're saying, so I will never understand. And then for the person to say, "Well, it's not milk. Maybe you're gonna get it later." No, I'm most such as I'm not going to get it later. Can you try to explain it in another way? And that's what I say. I'm challenging and guiding. And hopefully that these young girls are getting good examples of what a woman is. So the absentee mother can be in a house, but she kept traveling. TG she kept traveling. These two young men, they needed a nurturing mother. I know they probably got it from the grandmother, her mother, aunts, or women, but they needed their mother. The one that when the aunts and the grandmother go pass on naturally, who's going to be standing there? He's going to be standing there, their mother. And I've seen women with daughters do partying, drinking, and smoking. And I learned a lot about a woman by her actions now. I learned a lot. Because women that swear up and down men are the way they are because of their fathers and mothers. But when it comes to women, they don't think about that. And I want to say this. If women think, my women of my race, if you think that there is not enough good African descendant, quote unquote, black men, guess what? There's not a lot of good African descendant. Because you got to think, if I have sex with you and you're a hoe, what do that make me? If I use you and you fall for the trick, what do that make me? So when I talk to women, I say I have no problem with an escort or stripper. Now, my thing with an escort and a porn star, and hopefully the stripper in some cases, is that she's not having sex with other men. And the porn star is, there will have to be some type of, okay, what we're doing now to better ourselves to get away from that type of profession. That's her profession. If I met her there, that's what she's doing. I can't expect her to change. She had to change on her own, and I won't say nothing about it. I just move about and see, and if she's going to be the one for me, I can't change her. See, men, we have came to the grasp hard truths of the reality of the harsh reality of that. I have to wait for her to make that change. Women got to understand you cannot change a man. Michelle K said it, but y'all didn't listen because I didn't know that you are being fed through social media to hate me. I didn't know that you hate me from your father or your uncle or your brother that did something to you. I am 36. I was born in 1982. From 1982 to 2000, I graduated high school. I went through the higher learning system. And from 2000 to 2005, I was in the military. So at the age of 22, I was out to service. I'm still not intertwined in the workings of society yet. I didn't do any of these things. I don't have a record. I still didn't do. I worked one job that was Subway in the military by then. I didn't have a children by that age. I didn't have sex until next year. When I got out, I was 23. My first time of sex was 23 and I'm 36. I'm only 13 years active. And then I went to school. I didn't do nothing. I still didn't have a girlfriend. So I'm still not interacting and doing hurtful things to women yet. I'm not even in a relationship yet. And I'm figuring it out because I had a lady that I grew up with that had a lot of admiration for me. But she went on about her way and did things. And now she's married. And now from up to the age of 23, I graduated ITT in 2009. What happened? Because when year was 9/11? That's bad. Oh, because I went into service 2001. So in 2009, I graduated on 9/11. Was it 2008? I graduated ITT. Hold on. That's bad. I'm like having a little brain thing here. But in 2008, just say 2008, 2009, I graduated ITC. I'm still not with a girlfriend. I don't have a children, but I have dated women. Still haven't done nothing. But now, 10 years later, I understand the world. I just did a research. 7 years ago, black women went online saying there's no good black men. All the men is incarcerated. That was 10 years ago. Now we in 2019, and we prove in fact that statistics was always wrong. There are some statistics that's right and wrong. You can get it from the FBI report, the Pew data, Pew, P-E-W, capital, Pew data report, the Census Bureau, and we can see that's wrong. Just as the hate that was created for black women, my own race, to hate me, that was wrong. The women are not telling the truth. But the women also don't uplift women. But somehow when a woman come out and say, I've been through that too as that other woman, it was so easy agreeable. But all skin folks, the color of my skin, the same black folks are not all kin. They're all not as such I am. That means they don't garnish. They don't, if I stand for black power, why would I hang out with a person and try to do things that got to do with black power with that person? They're not doing black power. They think it's stupid and silly. But also, why would I do black power with a person that never showed me black power? Think about that. Quote unquote black power. It don't matter to them. Why would I keep intertwining myself? I got my right hand and left hand. If they know what of them come to me, they join up and we finally be on the same grounds. Well, if we're not on the same grounds, how are we joining hands with the bad people? The toxic people, the corrosive. I learned that quote unquote, black YouTube had a thing called Saturday, the weekend rumble or the Saturday day rumble. That was so uninteresting because I never seen conflict resolution. It was war, war, battle, battle. They would have people that's not uplifting the black people with people that's saying, yo, man, I'm actually in the streets. I got a community center of young men I'm working with. I didn't hear none of the women say, I got a community center I'm working with young women. There's a program. But then all the battle kept doing is blaming the black man. I'm 36, to 2019. For 10 years, I only been in society strong as in partaking of society. So, but I knew who I was at 8. I seen it. I watched the world. I watched society. I watched our people. I seen a woman get beat and then have sex with a man. And he'd say, I love her. And I say, that's not love. I was 8 years old. I didn't see them having sex, but I understood sex because I heard them having sex. And I say, how was that even possible? He just punched you in your face. I'm watching the couple right now. He's controlling. That's real control. I have told I was controlling because I said, I don't want my woman to be outside late at night. I want to protect my woman. And the woman saying that's okay. But it was nothing wrong with her requirements. See, and this is what we doing to each other. It's never going to end because one way is good and the other way is bad. And I see my women listen to every race of men, show them love. But when they come to me, the guy that never touched them, that never hurt them, I seen my mother. My mother said I understand the world changes. I know things have changed in the last 10 years. But you don't forget that things, just because they changed, that don't mean we're fully over it. Racism became stronger. People can understand racism don't happen during slavery. Racism happened after. They had no reason to be racist towards a person during slavery. If that could even make sense to you, think about that. I'm already your massa, and I don't have to be racist towards you because I'm gonna tell you what to do, and you're gonna do it. I don't have to be racist. Now, when I lost a little bit, they lost a little bit, not full control, just a little bit control over you. And the ones that don't listen to me, yeah, I'm gonna be racist towards those ones because they're not listening. Because I think I'm stronger and inferior and superior to them. And now that a black woman deemed that black men think we're superior, no. The truth is, we got tired. I'm 36. I'm being blamed for something 70, 80, 90-year-old men that's dead off this earth you're blaming me for it. I'm tired. I'm tired as in when we say you weak, you're not strong, you a simp, you a lame. Well, lame mean that you was born disabled. So you making fun of disabled people. Okay. And these other things, these choice names, and I'm sitting here, I'm emasculated and effeminate, but I'm sitting here saying, no, that don't make me nothing less than you then. If I'm all these names, since you love to blame me, blame some of them names on you. How did you, now here's the word that nobody hears. How did you tribute to what we see in 2019? What things have you done to men? Don't look at the men for 1 second because we so quick to say, look in the mirror. I remember the woman tried to say that. And the way they say it is funny because they say, they say it kind of like softly to me. And they know why they saying it softly because they know they can't say it. They can't because they already know, like, damn, everything this dude is really saying, he's really this man right here, or they want to call me dudes, or they want to call me not a man. Everything this dude saying, or this Chico, he's doing it. I'm actually reflecting on, like, damn, maybe I should talk to young men more. And I get excited. I get rejected outside by young men. They're like, they don't want to talk to you. They just look at you. And I say, forget it, then. I'm not talk to you. I did that one time. Like, man was like, no. It was just I was having a bad day. I was like, okay, let's forget that. What's your day about? The one man told me he wanted to interact with his father more. So I said, oh, okay, just talk to your father then. Tell him you want to do more with him. Like I gave him some suggestions. I gave him a suggestion that go to baseball games, and I say the Buffalo Bison games are free sometimes. He just got to find a place. And I gave him some suggestion, and he finally went to a game. I seen him again. I ain't seen him again after that. But see, that's how I know I was in position. I know I'm on my purpose and mission, our journey and my paths I follow. See, I don't say these things. I was saying that journey, that path, it's your choice. Choose wisely. 7 years ago, and didn't use it until almost I see what happened on my journey. I became homeless, and I'm seeing a lot of women are homeless. I house women, and I learned some men that house. I say house because I gave them a place to stay. I didn't do a lot of things with them because I didn't know the women. You only could do so much. I had one carry a knife around with her, but when I felt in danger, I didn't know where the knife was at. I felt in danger. I said, I don't trust you anymore. You stayed here free for all these years. Now you feel more in danger. But she was asking me, why don't I talk to her? And I said, I don't talk to you as much because you are hurt by men. As soon as I started talking to you, now I can't find a knife because she wanted to have this big discussion. And I told her, no, I don't want to enter it. And she kept telling me, I was like, no, because you're going to see me as a threat. I couldn't even touch her. I gave her a hug one day. She kind of like had the knife to my stomach. I was like, whoa, okay. And it was a great hug because even in the spirit, she was like, I felt it, but I don't want to hug men. I was like, okay, then I'm not going to hurt you and I'm not here. I told her, I said, I give you money. Go out, go see, had a family member. That's what she told me. I said, here goes some money. You're going to stay out there for a couple of days. Here's $50, $60. Didn't know the woman. And I let her stay with me for 8 months. But still, after those 8 months, she had a discrepancy with me. But then there was other people, other women, her family, women that took care of her as a child. She was adopted. She still had a bad ill will towards me or feeling. It didn't matter what I do. But I learned too, she also didn't have women in her life. She didn't have a woman in her life to show her the way. She was 26 and a woman tried to help her. She fought it. And I think finally she got help. She called me. I say, hi, I know who you is. Okay, I hope you're doing all right and everything. And she still wouldn't say nothing. I say, okay, I'm hanging up. Not hanging up on you. Because she wouldn't say nothing. Because I didn't know what to really say to her besides, hope everything's all right. Hope you're doing good. I'm still here. And I seen these men or men telling me, yes, to keep her stay, she had to have sex with me. The one lady I let stay with me had to have her stay. Now she had got pregnant. And the sad part about this, I knew this lady longer than the other woman, and I don't remember her name. And that's the reality sometimes, women. We don't remember you because it's how we treat you and how we get perceived. One on one, that's what I say. One on one, you got to really take the time to get to know me. If that sounds like I'm gay or emasculated, then so be it. That sounds weak, but a lot of men not weak. Just as you, they want love, they care, they don't want to be blamed. But still, women, show more women about being a woman. I can't do that. I'm a man. I only can guard and protect and provide so much to a woman. To a woman, need a woman as a better example. I can't be a woman. We dog Tyler Perry, which I hated as well. I hated him dressing as a woman, but he was more of a, like I always say, more of a woman. How some women think I'm more of a man than a man. No, I don't have to put a strap on to have a penis. See, this sounds funny and harsh to women because it's the harsh reality of it. It's the truth. I get getting this. Like, I don't know how to talk to women. Well, I don't know how to manipulate either. That's why I'm not married. That's why I'm not getting engaged or I don't have children with a woman. Because I don't know how to manipulate your mind to thinking I know the opposite. So you know I'm a bad. If I'm not going to fit into your life, I don't know how to lie enough to you and manipulate enough to you to make you think I can fit into your life. We also talk about let it flow. We don't know how to really let it flow because there's no such thing. Love is not blind and it won't take over your mind. Love is a choice. Everything you do is a choice. It's your, as I say unto one, I say unto all, I keep saying. It's your path, it's your journey, it's your, that, highlight that, your choice. Everything you do, you have a choice, but you got to choose wisely. So gathering all that knowledge and that understanding, that information, eventually you got to say, ha ha, the light bulb got to click on. You got to have an epiphany to say, before the bad part of the consequence happen, before the sequences of what you shouldn't do happens, start thinking about that. Okay, if I meet this man and he's not treating me right, okay, your loins is going off. You in heat. You're horny. But think about this as well. Well, I'm not gonna put on a condom. I don't have contraceptive. He's not thinking. He's horny just as me. He's not a bad man, but he's not doing that. He's not treating me that great as a woman, too. I need to put some precautions, or I need to keep my lips. I need to put my chastity on. See, I'm not chastising you to keep you in chastity. I want to see you to understand so you can keep yourself from them consequences. I don't want that to happen to you. But you don't hear me though. See, you only hear junk and garbage. You will go to a man video to say, well, black women in 2019 not getting married. Black women, you are nothing. And then you will comment. So you're going to feed your soul. You're going to free. And why you can't sell your soul is you. You're going to feed your soul this negativity, but you're not going to feed your soul some positivity or something that can lead you into positivity. See, I can say I'm the in-between guy. You meet me, you either not going to admire me or you're going to admire me. I don't make a higher case to try to change who I am to get you to where I want you to be. I want to be where I want to be because a being is an action. It's a moving forward. I want to progress with you. I don't want to go backwards. I don't want to divest or digress. I know I use that word because I divested, but then I had to think about it. If I lose stock in my women, I lose my investment. So I lose my mother and my sister as well that look as me, my skin color. See, it's not the battlegrounds, it's proven. I need to test it. See, I don't want to be in the upper echelon. I want to be right in the middle of the man. To say, I seen what you did on the left, right, and I seen what you did on the other end. See, you thought you was going to wallow in it, go up or down. See, that's the mirror go. See, you was looking for a miracle. See, you looking for that marriage though, but you ain't looking how to improve yourself. See, you evaluated wrong. You put on all that makeup and that wig, and now you look like a clown. See, you trying to say the same things that I did. Nope. I'm trying to warn you. Yes, Tyler Perry did a great thing because he was a woman, but I don't need a strap on just to have sex and the pleasure of a woman. See, when I release, I'm going to show her I got the seeds to make kids. See, that's the image of me. So you ain't got to believe in. You just got to know that no matter what I do, I will get a different outcome. It might not be for the best and it might not be for the worst because I'm the in-between man. See, I can notice on both ends. See, if I don't talk, they call me I'm silent. I mean, I'm weak. But when I talk, I'm complaining. I'm sad. I'm a crybaby. But then they say I'm sleep. Come on now. What we doing? I didn't even try to. We got to start thinking about what we saying and doing to one another. And women, you got to take up for women. I take up for my sisters. So it's easy for my sister to take up for other women because I'm taking up. Ooh, this is just a revelation real quick. For a woman to say they hate black men, if you talk down on black men and you have no black women friends, peep game. I take up for my sisters. She's my family. I have, and women say this is stupid. My race of women, I say this is not stupid. No, it's not because I don't protect black women, but I protect my black quote unquote black women in my family. So my own race of women in my family, I protect. I don't protect my own women, but I protect the race. So think of this: for me to protect you, if you haven't noticed, my sister friends, they're around my sister. My sister loved those young ladies. I have a reason to protect them. This is going to sound stupid because you're going to look at me. I'm not a modern day man or manly man to women. So be it. You want me to protect you, but you hate women. You hate men or you dislike. I'm going to use dislike because that's what the word like means. It stems from the word hate. Like dislike. Like is another form of word. That's why I say such as. Go look up like. Go look at the understanding of the word like. It's a form of what you can control. Like. So whether you like some, I cannot like you anymore. I can dislike you. I cannot like you no more. And so I love my sister. I admire my sister, and I protect my sister. You hate black men, and you don't have black women friends, and you hate some black women that the things they do. Peep game. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to. I'm trying to show, I'm trying to show women in a lot of my life. I just did this live. I'm trying to make you help you be logical. You hate women, and you hate black men. You dislike some things that women do. I'm a black man that love my sister and I love my mother and I love black women and I protect the women in my family. Hold on. I protect women in my family. Who's my family? Women that's around me. I'm just getting you to understand that because there's no incentive to protect me. The women I was dating, she said, "Would you protect a black woman that's being attacked by a white man?" I say I have a lot of incentives to protect her, or no incentives. I said one thing I could do, I can call the police. And she kept giving me different scenarios. She wanted to see how mine was. I told her I don't know her affairs. Now that's not my sister. That's not no one. So, and I asked her this, and this was the craziest, not even a crazy answer. It was very thought provoking, and I let it marinate for a little while. I said, what if I go protect her? I get shot or on a verge of death or get mortally wounded or I lose limbs protecting her. And then I said, who protects me? She said, God. So what I say unto one, I say unto all. It's your path, it's your journey. Please choose wisely. She said, God. Is God not sent? Did not God that she used, whatever she used as God, did not her belief structure or belief system send down her to help me? So you want me to help random women, but I don't have any backup. That's why I don't argue with women when men said they're not. You don't have backup. Do what you have to do. But in that process, you became more mannish than the man. You have estrogen, but you're trying to build testosterone. You won't allow the man to be the man. Think about what you're saying and doing. Think about how are you talking to me. And now, first off, think about the women you are examples to. You talking about men being role models and mentors? You are. Young women are watching me too, but they're watching you more. See, when they open their eyes and windows, they're going to look out those doors and they're going to see you. They're watching you. You are their greatest example, not me. Because they already probably fashioned and garnished or was trained and taught that I wasn't nothing. So any way it go, a woman is a woman. She's going to see a woman no matter what. You are taught to ignore men because especially at a young age, she shouldn't be looking at me anyway. She shouldn't be sitting on my lap. I don't hear women talking about those things to young women. You shouldn't be in a man's face. I don't care if a woman is loud. That has nothing to do with what type of, to me, I actually get excited. Like, oh, okay, I want a woman to be herself. I don't think there's nothing wrong with your makeup and weave. But don't turn around and blast people when you have a dysfunction. I don't blast you on I have things wrong. I don't blast people. I'll say, let's challenge yourself. Let me guide you into some other understanding what you're doing. Because I used to do this. Everything I talk about, I used to do. So now I'm at I know I'm at a point where I flipped the script. I flipped the script on myself. I woke up and said, damn, I'm a better man. I've been called a man finally. It took two women to call me a man, not my father who almost called me not a man. So imagine the example, the big role part you playing on these women. You gonna roll bounce or you gonna bring her in? You not advocating for them. I'm gonna click on 100 of these women profiles, their YouTube pages, their channels. I'm not gonna see women promoting women. I'm not gonna see women saying you're doing great. I'm not gonna say black women on black women love, black women on black women power. I don't care if it's negative. I'm still not gonna see it. I'm not gonna see. I see there's women that's doing it, and I never not notice the women that do it. But with somehow with women, you would notice me not doing it. A woman said, "You don't say black love." I said, "Go to my page. At least once a week, there's a post of black love. I even got it highlighted. So don't tell me I'm not doing it. See, and I notice, and women, please stop doing this. And I know you probably won't because it's coming from a man. And no woman has ever see what I'm saying. No woman is saying it. And if a woman's saying it, she got it from a man. And when she lose, and I notice a woman can be so strong when her uplifting. As soon as the man do her wrong, her uplifting change. Why is your uplifting changing? When a woman do me wrong, I'm not changing my uplifting of African descendant, quote unquote, black people. It got stronger probably because I see there's a place of what I've been through. I don't want another man to go through it. So if another man don't go through it because he holds the seed, another woman won't go through this. Women, you have to understand that if another man don't go through what you're talking about, another woman won't. Just because your son got to be raised a certain way, but there's still things that he needs from a man. Men need to be the example, but women, you also need to be your own example as well. You got to be more of your example than a man because as we know, since y'all never thought about this, you are the first example to a woman and a man is the first example to a young man. To a young woman, a woman is an example. To a young man, a man is his first example. So that's the man of the house or not. You got to understand that. We can't keep going along and saying this is not the reason. Well, the reason is because there's no women to show her. It has nothing to do with because I'm not doing it. I'm a man. I'm not thinking about nails and Mentro cycles and Fashion Nova, Barney's, 2100 Savage, whatever that's not. I don't mean it as that. And I ain't trying to talk about him because I don't get into the celebrity stuff. I keep telling everybody that's all a ploy. Taking the knee, the 21 Savage, the Jay-Z, the P. Diddy, the R. Kelly, the Cassie, the who else? His sons, their children is all a ploy. DJ Envy. I'm not in that world. I don't make $1 million. I don't have $1 million income. So my world is based on how hard I work to get to where I need to be. So I might make that cap. But I know one day I'm gonna be 1,000 there. Thousandaire is I'm gonna make over 100,000 take home money each year for the rest of my life after I get to where I want to be. That's my thousandaire, and I'm gonna be cool with making 3, 4, 5, 600 without hitting the million cap because I know that's gonna be enough for the things I have to do, and I'm looking forward to be a quadrillionaire. But that's my cap goal. Say no cap, that's my cap. That's when I put it on and say that's what I'm gonna wear. So I'm going to wear a strong black man arm on my chest forever. Diamonds are not forever. Diamonds until that person don't have enough pressure to see your light and you not shining. And with the right light, you can bling them out in great colors. Think about a diamond. You put light through it, it show you different colors. So if I put a light to me, it show me who I am. You all get to see, and that's what I'm doing. You allowing yourself to be fed through negativity, toxicity, corrosive attitudes and behaviors and information. But soon as you need the information to feed you to become better, you don't listen. Women say, I don't need to listen to people online because she got it. But she keeps saying she's not perfect. She needs to be better. But that thing she needs to be better at, she won't listen to what she said. She won't listen to the person to be better. But the first thing she would do was talk down, build up women, build each other up. I'm only a man that can do so much for a woman. Until a woman see that she has to build up the woman, I can't do nothing. My words is mute. They're less than. Y'all women need to come together and promote more of women's stuff. Promote women looking beautiful naturally. Because your sons, Lupe Fiasco made the song. Bad bitch, bad bitch. Oh, she's a bad bitch. She's a bad bitch. lady better. No, woman better, lady good, misunderstood. And he'd talk about the analogy. She was a bad bitch sitting in the car, her son sitting next to her. She associated the word bitch to herself. Her son said, my mother's a bitch. Your son said a female dog is a bitch. A female dog goes around and sleep with anybody. So he understood women are female dogs and they go around and sleep with everybody. And his mother running men through it. She's getting ran through by men. That's his first example of a woman. So if a young man, come on, women, come on. Let's be logical here. Let's go. You associated this with you, but you want your son to be different. Rewind. You associated this over here, but you want your son to be different. You are the first example. You didn't wear your natural. I don't have a problem with dark skin. My mother dark skin. My father's side is dark skin. I didn't never hear nobody say blackie or darkie. I didn't hear that till I went outside and heard you fools say it. My life is long because this is needed. See, we go watch everything goes. We all dressed up. The number one selling movie was Black Panther. But you got dudes in the street that's doing Black Panther. Why they ain't the number one power? Why the streets not cleaned up? Why the gang's not gone? We know why the music didn't change. Why your son and daughter didn't become an engineer or a producer and talk about uplifting. Why they ain't start their own record label? Why they ain't start their own schools yet? Since you want to say black men don't build, we don't bring nothing. We don't have nothing for you, black women. But I ask you to nurture. You can't even nurture the correct way. And there's a right or wrong way. Tell your son you a hoe, what he gonna think women is his whole life. Tell your son you a bad bitch, what you gonna think he gonna think women is his whole life. My family was black. We didn't say darky and black. We ain't have what's colorism? That's just the subroot of racism. And the seed of racism was slavery. See, I'm too logical. See, I'm 36. You know, if I go talk to women, a group of women, or any place I go, they say, when they love that question, I can hear it in their voice. How many kids you have? I don't have any. Now, this is to be funny. This is my city of Buffalo, New York. I hear signs and graphs like, yeah, you don't have, and then they double take. You don't have any children? No. I'm a 36, 6'5" black man, and I think I'm handsome as hell. I think I look good. I think I carry myself well. Regardless of how new or old my sneakers look or my coat or jacket, it's clean and smell good. You walk up here and smell it. Oh, you wash the clothes. They just don't look. Yeah, because I'm not worried about my look. See, you was. You worried more about a look. And then what I had inside of me and what I can show you. What we can show one each other. How can we get our children? When I birth my child, I want him to have a mother to know that she's the example. I want my son to know his mother is powerful. So when his daughter or sister, he gonna try. I can't wait till he try his. It's gonna be fun and love. It's gonna be through love. He gonna try his sister. His sister gonna be like, woo. She gonna do Bruce Lee on him and like she gonna be like water. She gonna dodge the hand and she gonna give him a push of love. And she gonna be stronger than him because a lot of young women are stronger than men at a certain age. And she gonna say, "You can't hurt me. Daddy made her strong." And you're like, "You right." He's gonna apologize to his sister. I can't wait till the day to see that. Or when I had to chastise my son, like, "You don't do that to your sister," and his eyes gonna say wise, and I'm gonna be a father that's sitting there like, "Damn, I'm in front of my son. My father wasn't here showing me how to be a man." I take so much pride in that. I'm showing my son how to be a man, and I take pride in showing a lot of young men how to be a man. He had a vision to be a rapper, and I challenged him and said, "What's your genre rap? What's your dialogue? What's your topic? What's your subject?" He's like, "I never thought about that." I was like, okay, we getting somewhere. Then he got excited because I showed interest. There's men around these young men don't have men to show interest in them. So why wouldn't the gang be appealing? Why wouldn't getting a lot of women calling them bitches and hoes be the correct words? His mother is a bitch. She associated bitch. She say I'm a bad bitch. She already gave herself the negativity, but she want her son to be better than her negativity. Now, I know I'm 36, but I know if my father was a pimp and my mother was a prostitute, and I grew up in that type of environment at 36, my father have groomed me and it became a trend to be a pimp. I probably will have two children. I will have a whole women lined up. You think I'll be making these lives? I'll be like, no, I know the pimp game, shorty. I know how to pimp you for a quick piece of little money. And you're gonna bring your money. I would know that game because I was born into it. So we are born and birthing this. See, this is too real for people. When are we gonna start having these discussions and really break out of them? We could say, oh, woman go wake up. I'm not gonna call myself a bitch no more. I'm my first example to my son. Maybe I do need to dial down the man. Maybe I need to make better, knowledgeable, wise, understanding decisions of how it. If you have a child, this is how it affects it. Just because you don't bring men around your son do hear you talk on the telephone. Think about that. As we say, children are nosiest was ever. They're sponges. They soak up anything. The worst age is the 2 and 3 year old. That's when they are hissy fitting and tantruming. Because you know why? They're having the understanding of themselves. The baby like, I'm hungry and gotta pee. Now they can express that, but they still learning themselves. They're like, why I'm hungry and gotta pee? This sucks. Or they learning things like this in their mind. See, we know it. See, we forgot that it didn't make sense to us one before. Now, if this not making sense, maybe to turn back into a baby or something. I'm trying to make sense of all of this, destruction, this conflict, this quote unquote, this war, and this quote unquote civil war we have in between our own race of men and women. Women don't listen to men. Women don't listen to women. We can say men don't listen, but how come I can find a man and right now I'm gonna talk to him and he listens to me? I ain't saying he gonna go do it. I'm not worried about the woman because I'm not a woman. So I don't know how a lot of women don't receive women. As I said, women need to advocate and promote women power themselves. And I mean empower as, hey, women, I know I was hoeing myself. I was a Jezebel and I was using men to get here. Now, I'm not saying use men, but this woman, like she can say in a different way. This man you with should invest in you. If I'm having sex with you, and if it's snow outside, I should be able to go shovel your walkway so you to be okay. Or put some salt down. That man won't do that. But that's the men y'all are loving to have sex with and having children with. But then you're expecting men as me to go jump in their way for a bullet. They have an incentive. I'm not saying I'm not going to protect you, but listen what you're doing. You're endangering yourself for a man. But then the man that's not that, he's the same man that's trying to hurt me. And this going to sound funny to a lot of women. The men that's trying to hurt me, they try to hurt you too. They're hurting you. Think about that. The same men that's hurting you tried to shoot me and kill me. Think about that. My understanding and my walk of life with him have to be a whole different path, a whole different way where I talk to you. Because I'm in the same situation. That same man, my father wasn't there. Your father wasn't there. Guess what? We both going to be missing parts. You're going to be missing that part where a man supposed to come in. I'm supposed to be the complete. We don't really get in depth of talking about the man and woman aspect of each other. A man does complete a woman complete a man. Your father wasn't there. You a woman, so you had your mother being the best woman. Peep this game. Your mother was being the best woman she could. And she was raising you the best way she could. She was going to work. She was coming home. She was helping with your homework. She was talking to you. Or she had the family that was there helping you, took the village to raise you. Then this man was missing his father. But he had to come home. That's why it's important, women. If you got single sons, let him know he's the man of the house. He is the man of the house. Who else is the man of the house? It's not you. On Father's Day, there's no his father not there. Don't call yourself a man. All you letting him know is that, damn, a woman's a man, so what am I? Stop telling them men not shit. I don't need a man because he's the man. Your words and your actions are truly important as well. I don't give a damn if no, and we got to stop. And women tell women this: stop being pieces of garbage to the children and then blame it on the man. Your actions is your actions. That young man and young girl gonna grow up and say, my father wasn't there. Right. But in that same talk, they're gonna say my mother was. So you being there is just as being there doing wrong is just as bad as the man not being there at all. So imagine all the adopted kids. They don't have the mother or father there at all. So in their minds, they wasn't wanted. But at least somebody there can cover. And see, women don't understand this process. Because my mother didn't. And I even talk to my mother now, like, and she said, you ain't gonna do the blame, not the blame game. What we call that when we try to tell somebody that they did wrong, not to push them down, but to help them understand this was it, but I'm moving past that. Because she won't let me get past. She wanted to start on the end and not the beginning. I know a woman told me that. I say, maybe that's true. But then when I say, well, I want to know, tell me to start from the beginning. The woman to keep on fighting. And I said, this is confusing. This is not very productive for each of us. We're both not learning. And I would want the woman to understand, if you're not showing me, I won't know. So I haven't, my first goal was to be in a 1-year relationship with a woman. I mean, committed. So if it's February 9, 2019, by February 9th, 2020, I would want that to have a strong relationship with a woman, a commitment, saying I'm for you and you for me. See, that sounds funny when people say I'm only want to be with one person in 2019. That sounds funny, but I'm still that way. I still show respect. I still want one-on-one relationships. I want to be just in that woman. I don't want her ex-boyfriend involved, her ex-husband, or the baby father, her mother, all the women involved, the church, or her counsel. You can go to them, but go to them for a structure of them. Make sure them the right people to go to. Because I met some people like, I would never dare allow you to look into my life. You're very destructive. And you come with no help. I can get past your who you are, because people don't understand the part that we are facing in the beginning is that's the person. Now the spirit might not be there because we always, and I keep saying this, and we notice it. Think about when you first look at a person, you don't think positive thought. You think of all the negative things you can think of, unless you already admire them. So I tell a young man, the woman think you look good. You don't have to keep asking her. If the woman admire you, in some cases, I ain't saying give up, but I'm saying in some cases, don't put yourself in a struggle to be hurt. Why it's okay for her to hurt you. Because her first example is her mother, her son. I'm associating who this with. So I'm associating that men ain't shit. I don't need a man. Your son's going to be a man one day. And if you're not getting why you should call your son the man of the house yet, and you a single mother, and he's going to have 2 or 3 sisters, and let them know. Let them sit down. You're going to need they call them the fireside chats. You need fireside chats. That used to be something we do. We don't do that no more. I hear women talking about they want the old days. No, you don't. Because when I'm talking, I'm harsh. I don't know, because I know my grandfather didn't talk nice to my, quote unquote, nice to my grandma all the time. I know my father didn't talk nice. I heard my father say, "This is what we got to do." It wasn't a nice talk. Sometimes that's how I heard. Like, we have to save this. We can't do that. We shouldn't do that. I mean, we can, because they know can't. We can. We can spend our money, or we can go there, but that wouldn't be smart. That wouldn't be a good time. And then that's when the nice part came in. Talk nice to her. Well, talk good. Talk sweet. It's like, if you can understand that we gotta wait a little bit. But at first we'll say, no, you can't. We're not going to do this. That's going to mess us up. But nobody want to hear that part. No, we got to stop doing what we're doing. This is messing us up. You tell a woman say, you can't check a woman. I'm not checking her. I'm asking her, why don't she promote and advocate more? I know I went to an hour, and I just want us to understand, especially you women, it's up to you sometimes. It's not up to a man. You can't blame me for you showing your daughter that it's okay to spread her legs, or show her the books. Show her how to be smarter. Okay, she the first woman to do it. Cool. What's next? The first woman general attorney. What's next? What's her next decide? Okay, she's the first woman to do it. Okay. I don't care about so much the first black person. I do honor it because I respect being a quote unquote black man, African descent. But we got to start acknowledging women that some things are logical and some things is only up to a woman. You are an example to another woman. I cannot be an example. So I hope you have a great day. I hope, women, you be your best. Be your best woman you can be. I don't care about all that other stuff, makeup, whatever. I talk about it because women have led me to understand that. Because when I see women go natural, they talk about why they was wearing the wigs and the weaves, and I understand that's what the Western civilization society did to us, and we still allowing it. And they're finally getting deprogrammed. They're getting a program. That's one program that they're leaving. Now, if you make room, this is how we're gonna go. This is how it do go, because I've done it. If you make room for positive and good to enter, you will have room for more understanding. And guess what? Good and positive can drive out negative and bad and evil.